I love her little voice.
Recording in progress.
It's so good. Right. How was your week? What'd you do?
Mm. Um, I don't know. I've been up since 5. We deep cleaned the new house. We did, well, he, not I. I just kept going, oh, that looks great. So I was a helper. He redid the kitchen floor. He
Hearing
just did.
session.
Yeah, I was like, that looks lovely. No, but I deep cleaned like top to bottom the house while he did that. And now all we have left for the most part is our office, which is like not even on my radar right now because we've been here for a month now and we've literally done 8 months worth of work. But we have the dining room left and that, and then like we're golden. But yeah, there's a lot of work on the house this
Yeah.
weekend. Yeah, a lot of work. And I've been just like
Right.
eating everything in sight because like I can't stop. And it's like I have no ability to stop myself from eating trash. It's like I just want to eat garbage. And I
Oh,
feel
you're a
like
raccoon this
I was just gonna
week.
say I'm like trash pandaing this week so hard. Oh, I got a new deck. Real quick. It's
Yeah.
called the Every Little Thing You Do Is Magic deck. By
Okay.
Callie Little and Maura Seal. And you're gonna love this.
Are we using it today?
Um, no, because like some of the cards are I gotta get to know them because like they switched out the court cards for
Oh,
like the instead of the queen, it's the oracle and like so I was kind of getting to know it, but and
it looks
look
big.
at the magician.
Oh, shut up.
Isn't that so cute? Look at that little record.
Oh
Look at his
my
little
God.
paws.
That's
Look at his little
so
toe beans.
cute.
I know.
Yay.
Yeah, so some of these are just like little animals. Like I love the high priestess is an owl. It's as the more I get into it, it's a little bit like it's like collage art, you know? So it's
Yeah, I like
definitely
it.
very graphic designy, collagey art, but a lot of animals, which I absolutely fucking love. Like it's fucking rad. Oh, here we go. Strength 8, Lionsgate. Mm-hmm. Because
Love
that's what
it.
we're talking about today. The
Doing
Lionsgate
that.
portal. Look at that. But yeah, so I got a new deck and I'm excited to jump in. I set some very clear intentions before this portal. Um, just to kind of like get my shit back on track in terms of like, because at work, there's a lot of things, my day job, there's a lot of things shifting. I haven't been in like a leadership position like formally in a few years at like an actual place. So I'm like, back in leadership and like I want to get back to the way I used to be, where I used to like actually read and do research about like my position. So like I don't know that and like I want to like I love doing live whether they're virtual or in-person classes, like love it, but then I just got this like huge burst of energy in terms of this week I spent like 4 hours revamping my virtual course and it's still a live course. It's 6 weeks, but I'm like I think I want to do more of a like recorded situation. And like when I worked at that spiritual shop for, about like a little over a year, year and a half or whatever, like I did so many classes like intro to candle magic and like manifesting and like just all kinds of shit outside of tarot. Um, and I'm like, I built all that. It's all my, like, these are all classes I created. Why am I, and like the work is already done. I just need
Yeah,
to like do
you
voiceover.
should record those and make them available. I think that that would be
Yeah.
really a
Because
great
I have
thing.
gotten, yeah, I've gotten some people from this that have like reached out like through DM that were like, hey, can't take your virtual class because of the dates, but like do have a recorded version and do
Right,
have this. And I'm like, fuck,
right. Like a
I really
downloadable
should.
version, like you can get it and that you can just download it and have it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do that with
That's a
courses
really
all
great
the
idea.
time.
That's a really great idea.
Oh yeah,
Yay.
coming soon.
There you go.
Yeah, how was your week?
Yay. Oh, you guys, this is a perfect opportunity if you don't want to listen to our bullshit. Fast. We'll get into it in a second.
Should have said that
So,
earlier. Sorry.
well, it's all right. What did I do? Oh, well, yesterday I went, um, I'm too old to go to the clubs. I can't, right? So like I'll go to like I can't. I think I want to go and then I don't want to go. Um so there was a thing at the beach and I went to the last one at the beach. And it's fine and it's nice, and I see all the people that I know from back in the day and whatever. And I was like, I really just want to hear some actual house music, like some soul house music. And I found this spot, and it's at I went to a speakeasy like a year ago at this place near my house, and you get in like through a phone booth. It's pretty cool, and it was there, and I'm like, okay, this could be either really cool or not. Like it could go either way. It was so awesome. There was only like
Aw.
30 people there. It was exactly the music I wanted to hear. I didn't know anybody. Perfect. Went, danced, whatever. I had a really great day. And then I came home and I got up this morning filled with anxiety. I didn't do all the things I usually do on Sunday. My house is still a mess. I got a huge delivery for my t-shirt thing. And I know like when I get a delivery from this one company, I always double order because I hate it. I hate deliveries from them because they just throw shit in the box. So you have to like match it. Like it's not organized at all. So it's a big headache every time it comes. So that's all over my house.
No.
Right. And it's like my house is a mess. I didn't have time to make my bed today. And I had this whole like, because I was always like, get it done, make it tidy, then you can go have a good time. Right.
Yeah.
And yesterday I went, fuck it. I'm just leaving. Dishes in the sink, bed's not made, house is a mess, delivery is half unpacked. I'm gonna go dance it out. Right. And then woke up this morning and was just like, super itchy. Everything's out of order. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I need to learn. I need to learn that that's absolutely okay. Like,
Sit in
I
that
can't
shit.
just keep, right. I can't just keep going and going and going and then like paying myself with a little reward because everything is tidy and in order. Like, is it nice to come home to a spotless house? 1,000%. But I really need to get to the place where I'm not doing stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You
So I
still
did
have to
that.
take care of
And then
you.
what?
You still have to take care of you and have fun
Yeah,
and then not
right.
punish
So
yourself
I'm
for
really
it.
good at telling everybody to do that, while I'm like doing my dishes or whatever. So that, and then I went whenever the full moon was last
29th.
week, right? Yeah. So um the ninth. It's not even the ninth yet.
29th.
29th. Yeah, okay.
Wednesday.
So yeah. So went to the full moon, like it's a location. Went to the beach to see the full moon. It was high tide. It was so high tide. Um, Went with a friend of mine and we were walking down the beach and we were like, what the fuck? Like it was like the water was up higher than ever. So we like kind of like went up, went up, went up, and it was still like, and I'm like, damn, the water, it was all shells and shit. I'm like, wow, the water really came up really high. It was going like all the way up to the edge of the lifeguard towers.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So like we got to this one lifeguard tower and I'm like, okay, well, we can sit. I'm like, it's not going to wash it away. Like, like we'll climb up on the lifeguard tower. So we're sitting up on the lifeguard tower and it was coming all the way to the edge. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. I guess I've never been here during high tide and the moon was huge. I have a video. I keep meaning to post it, but I have a video. And then I took a bunch of, actually they took a bunch of really good pictures. My phone camera is terrible. I dropped it on the floor. Um, but fucking rad. Moon was big, reflecting on the ocean, super cool, big high tide. Everything was amazing. And then the next day, I found out that the water came up that high because it was a part of a like a hurricane wave.
Almost like a
I'm like,
tsunami.
oh my god, the tide's so high, it's so magical. No, it was this hurricane wave, and if we would have gone down maybe like another quarter of a mile. It had come up over the berm, and people with the houses down there were like, "Oh, our shit's all fucked up because of this wave." I'm like,
Oops.
"Oh, well, it was magical down on this end of the beach." I guess it's perspective. Sorry about your living
Right?
room. Yeah, so it was
Abundance
very
versus
cool though.
scarcity mindset.
Yeah, so yeah, so it was pretty cool though. I'll post the photos up, and then you can repost them on our page or something if you like.
Of course.
Anyway, yeah. So hi, you
Yeah.
guys.
Hi, welcome to my card soul me too.
Welcome, welcome. Um,
What planet's in the microwave?
we are doing the Lionsgate portal. My notes all
Notes.
organized. Notes and organized notes. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff on the interwebs, on the onlines, where it's just like manifest, manifest, manifest. And this is magic, and you can, this is your opportunity. Don't miss out. The Lionsgate is August 8th. It's not August 8th. That's the middle point.
Hmm.
Um, yes, you can manifest. Of course you can manifest. You do have to let some shit go, and just what it's going to feel like over this past, since the 28th until August 12th. And then August 12th is a solar eclipse. There's 2 eclipses this month. We have a solar eclipse on the 12th, and we have a lunar eclipse on the next full moon.
Ooh.
So whatever date that is. I want to say it's also the 29th, but I could be wrong. It might be the 22nd. I will
Oh,
have to
I'm
look.
so
In any
sorry.
case,
Let me Google while you
um,
talk.
yeah, in any case, good full moon to go look at, because you're going to get to see it go from light to dark to light again. So, all right. So during the Lionsgate portal, the sun aligns with star Sirius and Orion's belt. So we're going to think back to when we learned our constant constellations in junior high. And Orion's belt is the 3 stars with the little stick figure guy. He's the hunter. Boop. It's got the belt. And then star Sirius, which is the dog star, and it's in Canis Major. So it's like, I want to say it's like here. So the dog star is actually 2 stars, but it's really far away. It's like a big dog, but far away. So we see it as one, and it's really super bright, and it doesn't move. So you can kind of like the North Star, that it doesn't, it's always there in that part of the constellation. So that's all lined up. Sirius represents spiritual enlightenment, and then the number 8, which is August, is the number of infinity and manifestation. So this portal is an opportunity to grow both collectively and individually. So it's a good, you're going to ascend, take the chance, take the big leap forward. You know, you kind of go, okay, well, I'm a little nervous. I might not be completely ready. You don't need to be ready. Just take the leap. It's going to figure itself out. Just take the leap. But you are going to need to leave behind limiting belief systems, toxic people, old versions of yourself, people or situations that are dimming your energy and taking away from you. Your leap is going to be, what is that guy?
10 of Swords.
What is it?
It's a little fawn
Oh,
with 10 of Swords in it. But 10 of Swords is letting go of
the
what no
Ten of
longer
Swords is
serves you.
letting go what no longer serves you. So,
Sorry, go on. I'm just
um,
shuffling this new deck
oh
while
no,
you're
no, no, no!
talking.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I want to see all of them. So the thing is it's if you go to jump and it's just you jumping, right? Wee, you're gonna get farther. If you're trying to jump and you're holding weights or bags of 7-layer bean dips, see last week's episode, or or heavy bags of groceries or whatever. So you're limiting beliefs, toxic people, situations of people that are dimming your light or draining your energy, um, and you try to jump while you're taking all that with you, you're not going to get as far. So kind of keep that in mind, when you're looking at what you want to do versus what you're being held back from. um the Lionsgate portal also aligns with your heart chakra, and it contains the traits of Leo, which is courage, strength, and expression. So it's a big deal, but you need to also focus on letting go. And again, it's like we're beating a dead horse. Aha, see what I did there? Um, um, we've done it's it's a theme, and it is going to be a theme for this year, you guys. It's like a theme for the entire year. We need to let go of a lot of shit, and then really kind of embrace where we want to be in community, in for the collective, for ourselves, for greater good, but also ourselves. And we've been dragging a lot of bullshit around with us since the 1900s, since the
Since
early,
chiropractor was around.
yeah, since the early aughts. So it's kind of it every month is a new opportunity to examine, to look at your bullshit.
Ooh.
You want to examine what's dimming your light, and then kind of like be like, why am I letting that happen? Because it doesn't, you're responsible for that. Even though it might be coming from another place, you're still responsible for allowing it to happen to some extent. Let it go. And then
Write
you
that
also
shit
might
on a
want to
leaf.
address,
Sorry.
okay, we're doing that again. We're writing shit on a leaf today. And then also you might want to examine what you're holding on to because of your fear or even ego, but you're disguising holding on to that underneath compassion, care, or love. Like, oh, I can't, if I don't give my 2 weeks notice, what are they going to do without me? That sounds like you care about the job, but what it actually is your ego saying they can't operate without me. So I
Mm-hmm.
need to stay here for 2 more weeks. So anything like that is examine where your ego comes into play versus you actually caring about the thing that you're holding on to. So okay, and then I wrote this. It's a what's it called? The 7 layer bean dick bat. What is that? Like
I
it's
know
a
I should be able to read minds, but I'm having a hard
I
time
know.
reading
No,
yours
no,
right
no,
now.
no. It's okay. It's like a oh God, I can't think of the word. Okay, never mind. That was okay. Forget. I'm just gonna read the thing, and we're gonna
Oh,
forget
no,
about what
hold
it's
on. Let's do that.
okay.
Now I'm curious.
No, it's like when you have an example of a thing,
Okay.
but it's not the thing. It's like okay, like you're carrying a 7 layer bag of bean dip, but you're not
An
really. It's
analogy?
that's the word. There we go. Yay! Holy shit!
Oh
Wow.
man. It's all right. We're
Like
having a
I
tough
can't
day
remember
today.
regular words. What's that thing you sit on? Anyway,
Hi, what is happening? Why are you
okay,
barking at me?
because they were screaming at the screen because they knew what the word was. Okay,
Yeah.
it's Alice in
Hi.
Wonderland analogy. So we've been in the drink me phase
Mm.
for a very long time, and we've been shrinking ourselves to fit, not quite believing in ourselves, and we just got really small. Now collectively we are in the eat me phase. Eat that cake and grow bigger than what you had thought possible, and then take that with you into your next chapter. I am going to just tell people I'm in the eat me phase,
I'm in my eat me phase, okay?
and I'm in my eat me phase, and that is why
Suck it,
my
Trebek.
dreams are huge. um okay, so this is it's an extremely energetic period, so it's going to feel simultaneously both draining and energetic. So you're
Hmm.
going to feel wired and exhausted at the same time.
Okay, but yeah.
Yeah. So, like
Sleepiest
I'm
girl alive.
finding that I'm like exhausted, and then I'll get into it. I'll start doing a project or doing work stuff or working on a house thing. And then like I'll get halfway through and I'm like, oh yeah, this feels great. You know what I'm gonna do tomorrow? I'm gonna do this, 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 and this. I'm gonna get all this stuff done. And then I'll stay up late doing the thing and I'm super excited about it. And then I wake up and it's not even like I didn't get enough sleep. I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm so exhausted. But also I want, so it's just like you're just kind of going back and forth between the two. That's okay. That's normal. You need to give yourself grace. You need to take downtime. You need to really, really listen to your body. If your body's telling you to go to bed, go to bed. If your body's telling you you're hungry, don't do that. Like, okay, well, I'm just going to finish this one thing and then I'll grab something to eat. And now you're eating chips over the sink because you didn't bother giving yourself the meal that you actually want. Like make that dinner, like even if it's just you at home, make that dinner, eat the thing that are you craving salmon? Don't substitute that with pretzels and whatever might be in the back of your fridge. Like really
Miller
try
High
to
Life.
like Miller High Life,
Can you said pretzels? That was the first thing I thought of to drink with
a
it. I
stick
don't
of
know why.
butter, a
I
stick
don't
of butter,
even
and the
drink beer.
stale Cheetos. Right, that was a weird beer to choose too.
Uh,
Um, so avoid also.
Hi, what is happening? Get
Again,
out of here. What do you have in your mouth?
it's a good time to start teaching yourself to unplug and get away from all the overstimulation. You don't need to be on Instagram and TikTok and who emailed me and I have a movie going at the same time and there might be music going on in the other room and you know it's too much. So unplug. It's okay. Turn your phone off. If you can't turn your phone off, if you have like young children that are out in the world, or you have a spouse that has a dangerous profession, or you need to be accessible for a legitimate reason, not just like, oh, I hope somebody liked my thing, you know, then leave your
Yeah.
phone on. But if
Oh,
you're just getting your hits of dopamine over and over and over and over and over again, I mean, this is a good opportunity to take yourself offline just a little bit more, just a little bit more. We're going to back off a little bit, you know, and I know
yeah.
everybody uses their phone for research and looking stuff up and all those things, but like just dial it back a little bit. Um, and then avoid activities that are draining, feel forced, or are done from obligation and guilt. Now, we all have stuff that we have to do that's that you're obligated to, you know, like, oh, I don't really want to go to the in-laws, but it's such and so's birthday and we need to go. I need to make an appearance. That's an obligation that you need to honor. Fine. But you know, if your friend invite, like, you don't have to say yes to every plan. If you come back from activities or people, or you know, even if you signed up for like a class, and I don't mean college, I mean like a voluntary, like whatever class, and you leave that class just feeling drained and you don't really feel like you're getting everything out of it, you don't have to go. You don't have to watch the end of a shitty movie just because you're invested in an hour. Like, just,
Turn the fucking
you
shit
know, and
off.
we all do it. Like, I sat through an entire episode that I thought was a show, but it turned out to just be a one episode situation. And I hated it 20 minutes in. Did I stay the rest of the time? I absolutely did. And I'm like, okay, well, now it's stupid. They don't know. They don't know if I watched the whole thing. Who's that for? Um, so anyway, these are all good things that you should be doing anyway. So now's a good opportunity to start doing it, because then you can actually manifest the stuff that you want, which is like where it circles back around. So is it a great portal to manifest in? Yes. You need to be hyper focused on what you're manifesting. You can't be like, oh, I want love, I want money, I want that, well, first of all, saying want is coming from a lack mindset, but you can't, like, laser focus on one or two things that you want to bring into your life. But again, you can't bring those things in if you're dragging all this other shit around with you. Like, you're not going to find new love, if you're still ruminating or hanging out with or in the group of friends that kind of generated the last 6 or 7 boyfriends that turned out to be shitty. Like, it's just not going to happen. You're not going
Change
to
it.
generate what?
Change it.
Yeah. You're not going to like manifest in a whole bunch more money if you're still operating from a place of lack. So it's a good opportunity to kind of like look at how you're behaving. How are you behaving? Be better. Be the better
Get your
version of
shit
yourself.
together. I
Get your
used to
shit
have my
together.
one team.
We're in the eat me phase. All right.
I used
Um,
to have this team when I used to oversee group homes, this really great management team. And it was always like in our weekly team meetings, it was always like, get your shit together when someone kept forgetting. It was just always like a catchphrase we had that was great. It was loving, even though if someone from HR would have heard it, probably not. But we got it. We understood what it meant. It was just like a nice little funny nudge to like, hey,
that's
like, get your shit
that's
together. You're
our
better than this.
at home fucking phrase. I did something and Bean looked at me and he went, "Get your shit together, Mies." So now it's like, so now anytime I'm running late with any of that whole group of people, everybody's just like, "Get your shit together, Mies," and I'm like, okay,
So I
fine.
don't understand what you want. She probably thinks this is the weirdest thing ever because I have my earpods in, and I'm like talking with you, and she can't hear anything but me talking. She's like, "Why aren't you loving me? Love
Like, oh,
me."
you're talking to me.
Ugh.
Okay, so these are your journal prompts. You guys, you should have a journal by now. Um,
True story.
Notebook. Yeah, you should have a journal by now. Notebook, doesn't matter, the back of an envelope, honestly, if you don't have a journal, but just do it. These will be in the show notes, so you don't have to pause and scribble. These are your journal prompts for the Lionsgate. What do I need to leave behind before I walk through the Lionsgate? What is currently nurturing my spirit, and how can I have more of this? What magic is calling me right now that I am not pursuing, and why? 8 things I love about myself.
Mm.
Like for real, for real. And then how can I use my uniqueness to bring more love into the world without abandoning myself along the way? So I know that that's kind of nichey, but also not really. And I think that um, just based on the messages that I've been getting and people I've been talking to, they're like, yeah, I didn't really think about it, that I do give up more of myself, or I am giving more than I'm receiving, or that's a thing I used to love doing. Why don't I do it anymore? Like, who am I hanging out with that's preventing me from doing the things I love?
Hmm.
And like, I'll sign off on their bullshit, but every time I want to go do a thing, I either don't go or I have to do it alone, which I encourage. Go do shit by yourself. That's the
Yeah.
best. My favorite thing in the whole world was that drive across country once a year that I would do by myself. Amazing. Snacks when I wanted them. All the music,
Music.
me. Music, me.
That's what I
So
love like about my husband when he gets to work on the road and like I get to go visit when he's doing these jobs because like I have to come home before him and I usually drive and so I get to just
yeah,
like fill the car with whatever I want, music and food and whatever
yeah,
I want to do. I love it. It's time for me. I don't know
yeah,
how I'm
yeah.
going to do this pull with this thing on my lap like this.
I don't know.
I
Um,
maybe
yeah,
I'll see you.
do your poll, because then we're gonna do Chiron and retrograde, which is a little bit darker, not darker. It's just a little more introspective. And
Do
then
we, you want to talk a little bit more Ben, about that or
you
do
want
you?
to pet your dog some more? Well, this is all Chiron stuff. We can do that if you want. You want to do
Yeah,
that?
I'm being told let's keep your train going
Let's keep
because
going.
I
Right.
almost feel like the pull, I'm hearing like the message that I'm going to get is going to tie both of those together. So let's see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So, Chiron is in retrograde from August 5th. I'm sorry, August 3rd till January 6th. So it's a chunk. So we have a chunk of time. So this isn't like a really quick one, but it is going to give you time to kind of really, really look at your own shit. Now I do have it broken down by signs. What's on that card?
I just heard look at the bottom of the deck. It's a pig,
Shut up.
Six of
It's
Wands.
Babe.
It's so big. It's so fat. I love it. Sorry, go on.
Oh, you're good. I do have it broken down by signs, but Chiron in retrograde, all of the things for all of the signs is going to apply to everybody. Also, these are for your rising signs. So if you haven't yet, you need to go and find out what your rising sign is.
Homework.
I think you're Aquarius
Me?
rising.
I think so. I think that's what, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, I think you're Aquarius rising. Okay,
And is
so
rising is what does rising mean again? Sorry.
sun sign
My birth sign.
is your birth is your month.
Taurus.
Um, and then rising and moon is time and place,
I'm in place.
because your
And
rising
so
sign is going to change. Your rising sign it will change every couple hours because the clock moves faster. That makes sense?
you lost me.
No. Okay.
It's okay.
So
Just go on.
your regular sign is your month, and then your rising and your moon are your time and place. So it's the clock moves quicker than the months move. Do you see what I'm saying? So you need your time to know what your rising is, because it would change more quickly.
So
Anyway,
I would say so the rising is the time and then the moon is the
yeah.
place. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Chiron is a comet that has kind of a wonky sort of orbit around the Earth. It is the wounded healer. It represents our deepest wound and also our efforts to heal that wound. So this is like your shadow work guy. He's like, he sits in there and he's just like, man, this is what's wrong with you. Fucking
Mm.
fix it. Man, fix it. Don't be shitty.
Get your shit
Um,
together, Mies.
Chiron is named after a Greek centaur. Whatever that means to all of you, it's just
I
a
don't think
Greek.
we put that tidbit in the original episode that we talked about Chiron. I think that's the first time I'm hearing it. I
Yeah,
could be
probably.
wrong though.
I don't think I included it. We talked about it being the wounded healer, but
Hmm.
okay. So Aries rising, uh, it's in your second house. This is material possessions and abundance. Do you feel these are kind of more questions on journal prompts or something to think about or what you need to meditate on? So it's just so this is material possessions and abundance. Do you feel you deserve to own things?
Yeah.
What do you do to acquire physical abundance? Do you feel worthy of having more, or do you feel like you need to continue to prove yourself just to survive or to only have the bare minimum? Like, and a lot of this is like, it's either like, it's a, you'll be so negative about it that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, you know, or you're like fighting yourself on it. Like you almost get to the point where you almost get the raise, you almost win, or you almost have the thing. And then what did you do to kind of self-sabotage? Because deep down in there, you don't feel like you deserve to have those things. So you kind of need to look at that. A lot of these are like, they're wounds that can sit pretty deep. Like you're going to have to go more than one layer down to find this wound. Taurus rising. Okay, Taurus rising is in your Converse house. So not the sneaker. Um, so it's the house that's directly across from you on your chart. So that's going to vary for everybody. So does that make sense? Because it's the
Yeah.
wheel. So if
Hmm.
you're here, whatever this one
Like a
is.
color wheel.
So yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. So if you're here, your Converse house is across. So whatever number that is on your chart, it's going to be different for everybody. If that makes sense. So
Yep.
you have to, again, get your chart. What do you do to deserve love? Do you believe you deserve love? Can you just be, or you constantly perform to be chosen? And who do you have to pretend to be cared for by others? So again, some of these are
Hmm.
pretty deep. You need to
Yeah.
look at your own shit. Yeah. Gemini rising in the 12th house. This is self-love. What do you feel you have to do to deserve your own love and care? This one might be attached to, well, it will be attached to like a deep childhood wound. So like you need to be like, am I lovable? Can I love myself? Am I able to love myself? Because if you can't, you're not really capable of loving other people. So
Yeah.
you kind of need to get in there. That's kind of a deep one. And if you are a Gemini rising and you're kind of feeling it, you might want to like do some do some inward looking is all I'm saying. So now all
Inward
of these
looking.
inward looking, all of these are going to present, all of these can present in your body or will present in your body, like um, achy joints, lower back pain. This part of my shoulder hurts. I always have a headache. I always have things with my throat. So all of these are
Perimenopause.
going to, it's all perimenopause. These are all going to present in your body. I am not super well versed on that, but I did just buy a new book. So I'll be reading that and I'll check back with y'all. Um, Cancer rising is in the 11th house. Where do you feel abandoned or betrayed by your friends or a friend group? Do you feel like you constantly have to perform to maintain your friendships? And do you feel like you have as much value in those friendships as the other people that are in those groups? Like, are you constantly worried that there's a second fucking text group about
Oh
you?
my God, go back to the last episode. We really talked about that shit.
Yeah. So, but if
Yikes.
you're like, if you're like, oh, are they mad at me? Are they over here? Did I say a thing and now they're over here talking about me? Let me bring the extra. They told me to show up at 7. Let me be there at 6:30 with gifts or food or whatever. Like, are you overperforming and then not also on the receiving end of that? Like, is it always you just showing up with your overperformance? So look at that. That's kind of tied to self-love as well, but also attaching to certain friend groups. For whatever reason you're attached to those friend groups, you might want to look at like why you're there. Like,
Yeah.
what are you getting? Leo rising in the 10th house. This is career. Do you constantly feel like you're jumping through hoops at your job? This can also be home. Like if you work from home and it's just you. If you are a stay-at-home parent and you basically do all the house stuff, so that is also a job. Do you feel valuable and appreciated? Do you feel that you're not as far along as you'd like to be in your career? Do you care, or are you just comparing yourself to others? Like, are you having all this stress about, oh, I wanted to be this position by the time I was 30, or I wanted to have this job by the time I was whatever. Do you really want that? Or are you just comparing yourself to where other people are on their level of success? And now you're kind of doubting your own worth. So really, really look at that. Virgo rising is in the 9th house. Do you feel worthy in your spiritual belief system? Do you feel like you need to prove that you're informed or knowledgeable before you can participate in your practice? Do you wish to travel more, but don't feel like you deserve it yet? This is me. I'm a Virgo rising. Um,
Aren't you a
do I
double
want to travel?
Virgo?
I'm a double Virgo with a Leo moon, which
Ah,
explains a lot of my anxieties. Oh, and my nail just popped off. Yay! Okay. It explains a lot of my anxiety with stuff being perfect, which is why I'm really trying to learn to be better and not be a crazy person.
yeah.
So, this is a really big deal in a lot of the spiritual communities, not so much in the churches. Well, you know what? I can't even really say that because it's not like I'm involved in any churches. So who knows? I don't know what goes on behind the scenes there,
I can't
except the
imagine
obvious.
astrology being a
Right.
big deal.
Except the obvious. But in some of the spiritual communities, I know that there's a lot of people, there's like baby witches and people that are just learning tarot. And these are the people that will either not do the research, but wave the flags that they have done the research, which feels like that gives them a place to participate instead of saying, I don't know everything, but I'm still participating. I would like to learn more so I can participate at a higher level. You don't need to know everything. You can jump in. Don't jump in feet first and try to do weird shit right out of the gate. Like like you can't come in and like if you can't swim, don't jump into the deep end.
Yeah.
Like, ask questions. You don't need to prove that you know things. I am
I
by
ask.
no means versed in a ton of shit. Like, I don't know. I ask a lot of questions. I
I was
would
like, I'm a
not.
question asker.
Yeah, I wouldn't. And there's some spaces that are not for me, and they're lineage and heritage based, and they're not for me. I can ask questions, but it's not for me to participate in at all. I can learn about it, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
Um, but um, ask questions, get informed, learn stuff. You don't have to know everything before you try a thing, but you do have to come from a place of asking questions, if that makes sense. All right. Libra rising, 8th house. Do you feel like there's an equitable exchange of shared resources? So Do you feel like you're getting your share in partnerships involving monies and resources, or do you feel like you're always over giving? Do you feel less worthy, and why is that? So that's also usually very much scarce resources from childhood. Like if you're fighting over resources when you're little, you're going to bring that shit with you into adulthood unless you look at it. Um, so again, get your shit together. Look at it. Look at your own shit. Scorpio rising. Do you constantly try to prove your worth in long-term relationships? Where have you shrunk down to be more palatable? What has been taken from you or bullied out of you that you've been
Mm,
carrying around with you? So it might not be what you're in now. It could be your first marriage. It could be your first long-term high school boyfriend. Like, there's weird lessons that you learn from people that, now you're 20 years out and you don't even think that that person left an impact, or you don't, you can't even remember, what their siblings' names are or their last name or whatever, but something they did something that you're now carrying that with you. Like somehow
yeah.
that made you shrink down. Somehow that made you just feel like you're not enough. And you've been dragging that shit around you for 20 years. So look at it, find it, get rid of it. Sagittarius rising in your sixth house. Are you getting recognition and respect for what you do on a daily basis? Do you respect yourself? Do you feel like you do too much or not enough? So that's tied into like, are you overperforming? Are you doing too much? But it can also be the other side of it where you're not really doing anything. And you're not doing anything. You're not doing enough. You're not really putting in the effort. You're not showing up. You kind of want to look at why that is as well, because there's somebody on the other side of that isn't receiving if you're not doing enough. Like it's real easy to be like, "Oh, I give too much. I'm doing too much. I'm do whatever." But nobody ever goes, "I don't do enough." So if you're kind of feeling like you're always receiving and you're not giving, you might want to look at why that is and get your shit together. Three more. Capricorn rising is in the fifth house. What have you not been doing to express yourself creatively? What new ideas or hobbies have been pushed aside or shelved? And do you feel like you need to earn your creative or me time? Like, why are you not doing that? Like, if you enjoy gardening, why are your plants dying? If you
Oh,
like crocheting or knitting, why are you not doing that? Why do you have like a blanket that's been half finished for 2 years? Like, why did you wander away from that? It's okay to change hobbies. It's okay to become bored. Like, I mean, collecting craft supplies is also a hobby,
I was gonna say
and
that's
never
my hobby.
doing the craft, also a hobby. Um, but like if you start something and you walk away from it, it's okay if you don't enjoy that thing anymore, but you should replace it with something else that you do enjoy. Don't just walk away from all the things that you really enjoy doing that give you joy being creative. And it doesn't have to be like, I'm going to make crafts, but if you have a creative business and you're only creating things that are obviously going to generate money for you, you should have something that you're creating that isn't generating money, that just brings you joy.
Yeah.
Mine is painting rooms in my house. I will change
Did you
the
finish the
color of
bathroom?
paint. No, I did
Into the
not.
beach instead.
I did go to the beach instead.
I love that for you.
Yeah,
Because
so I
5 years
this.
ago, you would never have done that.
Oh, I never would have done that. I wouldn't have been at the beach at all. Yeah, the drawers and the cabinets are in the tub,
Perfect.
and the new shower curtain came a couple days ago, and I have a second shower in my other bathroom, but
Mhm.
it's very small. So I'm like, oh, I guess I have to go shower in the jail shower.
It's
You
actually
know,
not, but you're a lady of luxury when it comes to your bathrooms. So you love a
yeah,
big tub.
yeah, it's little. It's little. Anyway, so yeah, so I it's almost done. I got the shelves up.
Love that.
Now I just have to do the cabinets, and then it's done. Like I really could put it back together, but I'm like, if I put it back together half done, I'm not gonna. Anyway, okay. Less about me. Aquarius rising is in the fourth house.
More
Um.
about me.
Oh yeah, yeah. There we go. Are you deserving of having a stable home? Oh shit! I didn't.
Go on.
Okay.
Come on.
Are you always waiting for the other shoe to drop? And why? Do you value your ability as a parent or caregiver? And what can you do to feel more secure in your home and your environment?
Dude, I
I'm
feel so fucking attacked right now.
I'm really sorry.
No, I had a really rough situation with my youngest son this week, and I had to say the phrase, I love you so much more than anything on this planet, and I would do really bad things to keep you safe, and I don't like who you're choosing to become right now. And that was a really tough conversation to have, and that made me
Yeah.
feel like a shit mom. But it
Not a
was
shit.
like
You're a fabulous
I
mom.
could not take any more of him. He swore at me all within like a week and a half. He like he's going into his tween
Oh
years.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's about to be
He's
12
testing
and
testing his boundaries right now.
I don't even know if I don't think he's testing anything. I think he just thinks he can do whatever the fuck he wants. And and his dad have created that situation, I guess, in different ways. And we need to unlearn that and fucking fast because I'm about to take a hammer to his PlayStation in front of him. I also did maybe tell him that if he ever spoke to me like that again, I'd rip his tongue out of his head. I was like, oh
You know what
my
you can
God.
do? You can get those tiny little suitcase locks.
Oh my God. Yes, go. I remember this.
Yeah, and you just put it through the holes in the plug so they can't plug it in.
Uh,
Problem
no,
solved. Or you just yeah.
I just cannot. I was just like, we had to have a real whole hard conversation about choosing who we are and who we become and who we grow into. And that doesn't end when we become 18 years old. Because I'm like, you're a kid. And I know this is a really hard concept for you. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. But like we were talking about it. But I'm like, this isn't something that like as a kid you learn like you're like oh I'm going to choose who I want to be and then once
Right.
I'm that's it forever. I'm like you are going to always be growing and evolving and learning and expanding in your life. You're going to have 17,000 different identities. I'm like and as long as all of them have empathy and compassion and grace and like you're kind, that's okay. I'm like be the 17,000 different identities, just don't be a dick.
Right.
Don't swear at your
Oh yeah.
mom. Ugh, anyway, I felt attacked
Yeah.
with that, but it was
Well,
so true.
are you deserving of a stable home? You've moved more than anybody I know. So
Yeah, that's
this is
also
your
a tough
forever
one.
house. Yeah. Okay. So Pisces. Aha.
We're not forgetting you.
Pisces rising. It's in the third house. Where do you feel you remain unheard? Do you communicate effectively to others? So if you're feeling unheard, sometimes not always the other person's fault. It is your responsibility to make sure you are communicating effectively. If you honestly can say you are communicating effectively, take the next step. How do you communicate? Do you communicate truthfully with yourself? In the dark and the silence of your own room, are you communicating effectively with yourself? Or are you just telling yourself stories that you're going to believe? So now you can take that shit on the road and spew your garbage at somebody else and then tell
Yikes.
them that they're not communicating with you. So look at your shit. Get your shit together, Pisces.
On that
All right.
note,
So on that note, Jen's gonna do her pull, and then we'll do some fun shit. And I just
well,
popped another.
we'll talk
I
about it. I'm
popped
gonna
that.
put my leg down. I'm in my PJs today, guys, so don't mind me. Like
Oh, I love that.
this. Ugh. Cupcake was commenting on my cute little shirt, and I got this in
Vintage,
like 2007 at the Brooklyn Flea Market. They were, I forget the
vintage.
name. Yeah. I don't remember what the company's name was, but they were like doing the screen printing right there at the flea market. And they had all these really fun designs. I'm like, I want that. I love a good narwhal.
That's
It's so
cute.
cute.
I love
Look
it.
at that little heart. Sorry. All right. So I call this Welcome to the Jungle, the 8-8 Lionsgate portal spread. Pardon me. It's really funny that when you were talking about, because remember, guys, well, if this is your first time, welcome, first time listening to us. But also, if you've been listening to other podcast episodes, we kind of talked about how we don't necessarily talk before this. We'll like
Yeah.
say, "Hey, what are we doing?" And she'll be like, "I'm going to talk about this planet or this thing." And then I'll be like, "All right, cool." And then I go figure out a spread for that. And then we just kind of get together and then this is what you guys get. Like we don't rehearse it, we don't practice it. We like I try to come up with we have an outline which is just our segments, but it's like let's just fucking see what happens.
We
Um
don't rehearse it, really. It's so smooth the whole time. You would think that we rehearsed all week.
So it's just really funny though that we were talking about Orion's belt and all that. Because of the way the spread was laid out, it's like a constellation and like
Oh,
Orion's belt, which is kind of cool. So I was like, I can't wait until I get to my poll to tell her that. But yeah, so this is just like a 5 card reality check for like kind of hacking through your own shit. So if you haven't noticed a theme yet from our show, as we keep saying, we love calling ourselves out. We love calling our friends out, our family out. We just love a good call out. And honestly, nothing hits quite like kind of deep diving into your own shit, right? So, um, I guess maybe we can talk a little bit more about that, but not this second. I think that's just kind of the theme of this year, and that's what her and I were talking about right before we started recording. Is like the theme of this year is like letting go of what no longer serves you, and like growth and expansion, and just like it's God, this shit's hard. This year's hard, but in such a good fucking way. I love it. Anyway, so card one is the ego trap. So like, what fake modesty or like self-delusion are you hiding behind? So like, look at like are you playing a quiet victim? Are you pretending maybe you just don't care? Um, like whatever it is you're like hiding behind. So this card kind of calls out like this position, card one, the ego trap kind of calls out like the specific excuse that you've been using to stay comfortable in your like shadow, in your dark. Second card out. So like one is going to be down here and then two is going to be up here, right? So it kind of goes bink, bink. And so the ego trap here and then main character energy is going to be your second card up. And so you know what I'll do is I'll screenshot this. Sorry, I think I actually said I was going to do this last week and I did not do it. So, someone call me on my bullshit next time. I will do it this time. I will create a cute little graphic
oh,
of
so you can
the actual
screencast so we can
spread.
see what the cards are.
Yeah, so
I
like
love that.
the cards are, but also the positions and like kind of how it looks. But anyway, so card two, main character energy, it's like where do you actually need to own the room? So Leo energy, it's demanding a spotlight, it's big, it's bold, right? So um this is kind of like you've been shrinking to fit into someone else's tiny box. It's just so funny. This is exactly why I was like, let's see how you talk about Chiron and talk about, Leo and or Lionsgate, and like then let's go into this. So this is a lot of themes that like your journal prompts were hitting on and stuff like that. So this is a position that kind of shows us like where we need to drop this like performative humility and kind of just like take like stop being fucking humble. Take the mic. Okay. Like be the main character of your own fucking story in your own life, because otherwise, what the fuck is the point? So then we've got card three. So it's like one, two, and then three is back down here being kind of the leg or the foot, and it's the cosmic flush. So what heavy bullshit needs to be dumped into like this void immediately? So you can't walk through a high vibe portal carrying, 3 trunks full of old grudges, dead end commitments, and like expired relationships. So like what needs to fucking go? What can you throw in the trash today? Right? Again, that theme of what no longer serves you and getting rid of it. And then fourth is kind of the up here. So it's like bink, 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 right? The uncomfortable flex. So what gift or strength are you pretending you don't have? Because again, we're playing this like humility card. Me, no. Oh, no. But you actually kind of believe it. So what gift or strength are you pretending you don't have? Deep down, it's like you know that you're ridiculously good at something, right? So own it. Even if it feels scary, even if it's that imposter syndrome, right? Like, you're fucking good at this thing. And I don't give a fuck if you had some like jealous ass bestie as a kid or a sister. We all know what it's like to have sisters. I've got 3 of them. But like, if someone shrank you down for whatever fucking reason in whatever situation, we hold on to that shit. We do not fucking forget that shit, like you were talking about earlier. And so, like, where is it that you can finally just say, fuck this shit? I am good at this, and I'm not gonna be scared to like say it or be it
Right.
or whatever. And then we've got the fifth card, which is the next big move. So, like, how are we actually executing this without just like lighting a candle and praying? Like manifesting requires actual motion, right? Like you can't just like fucking say I want this thing or I'm gonna put intention towards this thing and then just fucking sit there. We say that all the time in our episodes, right? Like we can't just be like, I want new love, but I'm gonna like stay in the house and then like think that the doorbell is gonna ring and it's gonna fucking be your husband or your wife. I mean, maybe if it's the pizza person, which would be mine. But um, so this is kind of like we all know I love good pizza. This is your practical, no nonsense, like kind of action step to like capitalize on this portal energy before, like everyday life distractions, kind of get you back into submission. So again, like kind of like what you were talking about, like unplug. Like what is it that like you can focus on and actually build momentum towards, actually put like action into? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask that you grab your deck, and if you haven't already, pause this for a second, go find your deck. Um, Come back to this if you're at work listening or driving right now. Come back to this. Hold on, what are you doing? Get out of here. Um, Go get your cards, get your journal because you should fucking have one by now. Because we tell you all the time, journal, journal, journal. You're going to write down the bluntest sentence that comes to your mind for each one of these cards, okay? And don't overthink it. And that's what I always say, the ego will come right in and will try to take over because the ego likes to set traps. It loves to put fear into the mix to tell you to stay comfortable, to stay where you're at and like, nope, we don't need to move forward, right? So,
Sorry.
I always say, what's up? What were you saying? Are
I just
crows
said
out there?
sorry. I don't know if you heard that. Mr. Dibbs is all, oh, and I'm like, what is
No.
happening? So I
He's
look.
he's
He's sleep.
saying
He's
it loud and
sleeping.
proud.
He's sleeping.
Oh, is he howling in his sleep? Oh,
Yeah,
poor baby. He's
fine. I
remembering
guess
when he was young.
he's having a good time. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just got nervous because I'm like, oh shit. Like every time he makes a sound, I'm like, is today the day? Like, I don't know.
Oh, I know. But like we were talking about earlier, right? Like, don't let your ego get in the way. Like, pull out your cards, write down your blunt sentences that come to mind for each of your cards, right? So you're going to pull along with me if you want, or wait until we're done. But again, I actually had some people send me their polls from last episode, and it was super fucking cool. I should say, when you message me that stuff, please let me know if I can post it because that was something I forgot to ask, and I should go back and ask them if I can do that. Um, but yeah, so the universe, it's not subtle during this 8-8 portal, right? So don't be subtle. Really be loud. Really put your
Yep.
fucking chest into it, okay? All right. So with that being said, well, let's do the fucking cards. All right, I'll do what's been working, which is pulling them all and then going from there. I've been kind of enjoying that. Ooh, yes, right out the fucking gate. Oh, and that pig, that cute little pig with 6 of Wands. And we got 6 of Wands in the upright. So that's your ego trap. Sorry, I'm like already starting to hear shit. I'm like, you're not gonna like that. You're not gonna like what that has to say. One fucking bit. All right, 6 of Swords in reverse for our main character energy, which I actually really do love. 9 of Cups in reverse for the cosmic flush. All right, two more. Okay, and then we've got 5 Pentacles in reverse for the uncomfortable flex. And Wheel of Fortune for the next big move. Oh, I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Sorry, I'm channeling my inner Kristen. Sorry. All right, so 6 of Wands, Wands being that house of what lights us up, right? Fire energy, passion, purpose, creativity, joy. Say it with me, because at this point, we're 9 weeks in. If y'all have been following along, you know my explanations for the houses. So this is manifestation creation house. This is believe to see, not see to believe. So faith, right? 6 of Wands is victory, it's success. And when we're looking at it in like what fake self-delusion are we hiding behind, right? So not everything is gonna fucking work out for you. Not everything is fucking peachy keen and all smiles, rainbows, and fucking roses. And I feel like this is a heavy dose of telling you that like this toxic positivity shit's gotta fucking go. So whether you're someone who posts a lot online about look at my life, look at what it looks like, it's so fucking, it's all fucking rainbows and sunshine. It's like, no, it's not. Why don't you try being fucking real for a second? Is kind of what I'm hearing. I'm hearing like this is actually a
Yeah.
really big heavy hitter right now. This is like why, but like not only like take the action to just be fucking authentic and a little real, and like you don't always have to be fucking perfect all the time, and you don't have to make sure that everything looks that way. Like everything's a success, everything is victory in some way, shape, or form. Like shit doesn't work out for us all the time, you know? And that's also how we grow. That's also how we learn. If nothing was hard, if there was never any adversity or pushback from people and places and divine, like how the fuck do we grow and learn? So you can't just sit here saying like, oh, everything's sunshine and fucking roses. It's not. So
Well,
this
it's
card
like
is kind of, go ahead.
the live, love, laugh, that all the,
Oh,
they're doing their fucking bullshit with they're writing their little songs and they're singing about rocks and all the bullshit or whatever. And it's like, that's fine, but it's not all love and light.
no,
And,
it's not.
and it's like fear and anger are emotions as well. And if you don't embrace all of those, all that love and light shit goes right out the window because underneath it is actually what's a brewing, you
Well, and
know?
that's the
So,
sun and the moon card, right? The duality that we all have within us of light and dark. And if we don't love our darks as much as we love our light, then what the fuck are we doing here? Right? We got to embrace that duality. So then we're sliding over to this Six of Swords in reverse. So swords being air energy, it's analytical, it's logical. I call this the fuck around and find out house, right? So swords draw lines in the sand, boundary setting, standing in your power, standing in your truth. This is emotional intelligence, communication in all forms. It's conscious awareness. This is like the house of like harsh lessons with love, is what I always say. But what I love about this card in this deck, and I might have got, I'm sure I've gotten this in readings and other episodes, but look at how she is laying the swords down as she goes across this water, right? So, Six of Swords is all about moving from choppy, chaotic water to calmer water. I always say that this is kind of like an acceptance card. I always say this is like a card of like, I don't have to like or agree with what my reality or like what has happened in the past, but it was my reality. And now, how the fuck am I going to move forward intentionally? So, with this being like in the reverse, this is very much a like, I'm kind of still scared to move forward. I'm still kind of scared to accept my own power. I'm so, like, with this main character energy, it's like, where do you actually need to own the room? And like, with this Six of Swords being in the reverse, I'm hearing like you know exactly what steps you need to take. You're just super fucking scared to do it because of that performative humility, because you're scared to take the mic, because you're like, I don't want to be the person that takes up the room because people might have something to say about that. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck
yeah.
cares?
It's
Show
it
the fuck
seems
up.
like it's more difficult for creatives, and I don't mean necessarily online influencers or whatever the fuck. Um, but like it's hard to sell your own art, right?
Hmm.
How do you put it, like how much is that painting? And you're like, oh, well, whatever. It's hard to sell your own art. You're gonna underprice yourself every single time. That's why
Hmm.
artists have managers. That's why artists have representatives. It's hard to like, oh well, you won't count in the your behind the scenes hours if you're doing costuming or lighting or anything like that. You don't factor in all of these other things that, like, in a business sense, business people are the first ones to stand up and tell you all about themselves. But if you're a creative, for whatever reason, you don't like to talk about how good you are at a thing. And then because the second you do, somebody has something to say about it.
Hmm.
They're arrogant. They're arrogant. They're full of themselves. What makes you better than the guy down the street? How come whatever? And it's like, I think
It can be
that
soul crushing.
it is, and it's a learned skill, and people are fucking mean and brave in front of their keyboard, where it's like
Yeah.
you post your art, and they're like, I could totally make that. I mean, well, how many events did you do?
Oh my God. I'm like, they don't even say that just across. They're not fucking internet warriors or keyboard warriors. They
No,
will
they'll
say it to
stand in
your
front of you and
fucking
say,
face at a
yeah, I
market
bought
and look at your shit and be like, well, I can do that. And I'm like, then go and fucking do it. Then show up
I
to the
bought I
fucking
bought
market.
Becca a necklace that this there's this creator that was making these necklaces, so I got one for Becca that said I could totally make that at home.
I love that. Oh my God. But seriously,
But
like,
yeah, and it's just like people don't even realize. It's just like, why would you even, you know? I get messages all the time where it's just like, oh, I went on your website, and I saw this thing. Do you make those in house? Can you tell me the materials that you use? I want to make one. No. And I don't gatekeep
yeah,
stuff that's obvious. If it's obvious, it's like, yeah, here, go to this fucking website. But if it's a process I learned, no. I'll tell you and I'll leave a step out. If you come to me like in a different way, don't come at me from my website and be like, I really like this thing. I'm not going to spend $20 with you. I want to learn how to make these so I can sell them. Can you tell me how you did it? No. But how many
yeah,
people have I taught how to do other things? I'll teach you how to do a thing, but not like that, stranger on the internet.
yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, I feel like this is very much like when I used to do like group coaching for small business, like small creative businesses. I don't know why I had such a hard time saying that. Um, I ran this group for a really long time. And it was just so fun to test their fucking limits with their self-worth all the time, over and over again. What's your price? I'd be like, hand over your pricing sheets this week during
Right.
our session, hand over your pricing sheets. And I'd be like, nope, higher, higher, higher. And they'd be like, the more uncomfortable and more uncomfortable they got was
Right.
like insane. So like the end of like this one like session that I did, like I was also then hosting an artisan market. And I was like, hey, you guys are gonna sell here. That's like kind of your graduation. And like you don't have to if you don't want to, but if you'd like to, if you did a product-based business as part of this session for your creative small business, like you're more than welcome. You paid the fee for this coaching, like whatever, however many, I think it was like 9 weeks or something. Just don't pay the table fee and like whatever. The one woman used to like cringe every time we had to talk about pricing. And she upcycled furniture. She was so talented, is so talented, and just fucking unbelievable at what she does. And she's like, oh, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. This is something I do for fun, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. It's not, you're not just, right? Let's just talk about that word again. We're not
Right.
just a stay-at-home mom that just does this as a little hobby. Like, own who the fuck you are, own what it is you do, and also price
And right. And the
accordingly.
thing, right. And people will pay money for that. And if you
Because
make
she
it too
sold out of
low,
everything at that
yeah. If
market.
you
And
make your price too low, sometimes people are like, oh, if it's that low, it's garbage.
mhm, other people have standards based on pricing. But here's the thing, day of the market, I went and I looked at her price sheet and I crossed everything out and I like doubled. So the one thing I think tripled the price on, and she sold out of fucking everything. Sold out of everything. And she was like,
Yeah.
holy shit. Oh my
Right.
God. And it was like the light bulb went off and she was like, I am worth something. Like I am worth like this has value.
I mean,
My
the
creativity
instinct to
has
like,
value.
um, I did costumes for years and I mean, it's like, what's your hourly rate? And you have to understand in that industry, you're only worth what your last job paid you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter that 5 years ago you were getting, $1,000 an hour. If you show up and you do a gig for $100 an hour, now you have to explain why. And unless
Hmm.
it's like, you can be like, oh, this is a friend or I'm volunteering or like whatever. And that's an acceptable reason, but you get one pass and then you need to go back to that rate. Because as soon as you lower your rate and the instinct, if the industry is slow or, the instinct is to dial it back, drop your rate. But the second you do that, that's what you're worth. And now you have to
Build
become
that back
worth,
up again.
build it back up again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
so
hijack your reading.
no, it's fine. Oh, wrong button. Oh God. Um, colors right now. No, but so, oh my God, we're only on the second card still. Six of Swords in reverse. Get your shit together. Know your
Sorry.
worth. So card three, cosmic flush. So like what heavy bullshit needs to be dumped out? Like what are we throwing in the trash? And it says nine of cups in reverse, right? So cups being that house of water, it's intuition, it's emotion, relationships, it's love with ourselves and those around us, relationship to ourselves and those around us, relationship to our higher self, right? That when I say higher self, it's the version of us that does not believe in our limiting beliefs, that does not fall into the trap of limiting belief. It's the version of us that doesn't see that as a boundary or that as a barrier or that as a risk or that as a fear, right? And then it's also a relationship to divine. And I always say, divine, you consider that whatever you need to, God, source, creative, your own understanding. But with this nine of cups being in reverse, I'm just hearing it's like, because again, like this is a card of all your manifestation, like the energy that you would put into whatever you're manifesting or praying or whatever, it's all the same fucking shit. Like it's here. It's when it's in the upright, it's this is the wish fulfillment card. This is like it's coming in it's all the shit you've been energetically putting out there and working towards is finally making its way towards you. And with this being in reverse, it's not to say the resistance is that it's not here. Again, it's your belief system. It's you're not believing that you are worthy of. And so what do we get to fucking throw out, right? Because this I had wrote out like this whole thing about like the three trunks of old grudges, dead end commitments, expired relationships. Like this is just like clear that shit out, clear the static out, clear the, you know, scarcity out, like clear all that limiting bullshit out of the fucking way. Again, this is a whole spread. This is Leo. This is like, be bold, be out there, fucking when you picture a lion up on I always say the Lion King, right? I don't know why I always reference the Lion King lately. That's so fucking
You love the
ridiculous.
Ryan
But
King.
I do. But like, when he's up on that rock, just looking over everyone can see him. It's like, don't hide behind your limiting belief self, right? It's like, get out from behind all of that bullshit. So all of that shit can come through. It's like when people are like, I don't understand why my manifestations or my prayers aren't coming through. And it's like, probably because you're in your own fucking way energetically, right? Like logically, oh, I need to do this and I need to put in energy towards this and that. But then your heart is behaving in a completely different way, which is then putting an energetic hand up and saying, oh, actually, no, thank you. I don't want that thing, right? So we have to be in a frequency, a vibration of the thing that we want. And when those things don't align, it's not going to come in. Right. So then we're moving over to card four, which is the uncomfortable flex. So, like, what gift or strength are you pretending that you don't have? So, like, deep down, you know that you're super good at something, but owning it feels like super fucking scary. Or like maybe it's too loud and you don't want people looking at you for whatever reason. So, this card is like kind of calling out like the muscle you refuse to flex, right? And so this is Five of Pentacles in reverse. And Five of Pentacles in the upright is kind of about feeling like almost like victim mentality, feeling like at a loss or like kind of left out in the cold, like people didn't show up for me or I don't have the support I need. And I hate to say victim mentality, but it's kind of that like, I guess at least the vibe I'm getting right now is very like, but this is in reverse. And it's like we're coming out of the excuses are shedding. We're coming out of it. And Pentacles is the house of earth energy. It's growth, where your attention, and energy and time goes is what grows. This is the house of abundance. This is, typically it's like wealth, career, finance, sometimes physical, health, that kind of stuff, but overarching umbrella of abundance versus scarcity mindset. And so this is like foundation building. And I'm just hearing like with this, and then like even just the whole fucking vibe is like you need to start making steps to get out from under whatever rocks have been piled on top. It's like that Renaissance. Um, the old like medieval torture where they used to just stack rocks on people until they just slowly crushed to death. And like that weight for you and it's like you're laying down and you're directing people to put the rocks on you. Like you're like, yep, one more. Yep, one more. And like you're even helping them by placing whatever you can until your arm can't reach anymore. And it's like, at what point are we going to start going, oh no, actually start taking them off? So with this Five of Pentacles being in reverse, it's like, oh, we're finally understanding that like these aren't actual barriers that like can't be broken or can't be pushed through. It's really truly me. It's me and it's my perspective. And if this was like a traditional Rider Waite deck, Five of Pentacles card. It's like, kind of two people out in the snow. I think the one's missing shoes, and like behind him is a church. And it's like if they just, and they're like looking down at the ground, and if they were to just turn around and look, churches represent sanctuary and safety and community, right? And like coming in from the cold into warmth. And if you just turn your gaze and look behind you, you're like, oh, wait a minute. The doors are never locked. I can go in at any fucking time. So it's like about perspective shift. All of this is about perspective shift. All of this is about choices. Kind of like I told my son this week. At some point, you have to take a step back and choose who the fuck you want to start becoming and start actually walking down that path, right? Just like the Six of Swords energy, right? How she is going, well, fuck it. Yeah, it sucked that maybe I did this thing or said this thing or put myself in this situation or this person did this thing to me and I stayed too long, whatever, but I'm leaving it behind. I'm making a choice to get out of the chaos and move towards calm and clarity and peace. And I get to lay my swords down as I go, which means I am acting with intention. And then that brings us to our fifth and final card, the next big move. So, how do we actually execute this without just like lighting a candle and praying, right? Like, oh, I'm manifesting. How, manifesting, like I just said, takes fucking action. It takes motion. And you have to be able to step into that mindset and say, all right, shit's going to be hard. And this, like I just said at the beginning of this, if we don't have adversity, if we don't have hard shit, we don't fucking grow, right? And so then we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a good karma card. This is a card of like everything is shifting into your favor. It's like cycles, right? A wheel is always going, it's always turning. And right now I'm hearing we're on fucking top. And it's funny because when we have the beginning and the end, so the bookends, right? They're both victory cards. They're both success cards right now. And even though the one was kind of like more rooted in like toxic positivity, it's still, when I look at it as a whole, all of this is being bookended with you are going to pull through not for anything else other than getting yourself through it mentally by pulling yourself. I'm like hearing pulling yourself by your own bootstraps. It's like putting on your big girl panties and just being like, what is it? Like, I'm so sick of my own shit. Like I'm so sick of blaming other fucking people and situations for why I can't seem to get out of bed and work out in the morning or why I can't fucking do this thing or do that thing or start my own business or whatever, right? We always have a list of fucking excuses. And now it's like, do you want a list of excuses or do you want a list of actionable steps that you want to take? And I'm hearing actionable steps, please. Actionable steps. So kind of pulling out your cards earlier when I told you pull out your cards, write down some of your bluntest sentences to kind of like, you know, pull your cards with. Also, you can go through once you've done your pull and then go back, look at it, and do the same thing. Write a blunt sentence for how you're going to overcome whatever resistance you might be seeing in that spread. But I want to hear about all of it. We want to hear.
Yeah.
I actually had a friend of mine. So it was a friend, but I'd actually be kind of cool with someone sending, but they sent it like a little like voice note or like a video explanation via DM of their cards, and that was cool too. So I'm curious. I'm sure Cupcake is too. Not don't want to speak
Yeah.
for her,
Yeah.
but yeah. So that's the poll. It was a long one, guys, but here we are.
Love it.
Here we are.
I love it. Here we are. Do we want to do cabinet conjuring? We haven't done that in a couple of weeks.
Yes, let's do Cabinet Conjuring and see where we're at with
Oh,
time.
Oracle. Oracle. Oracle.
Oh my God, you always have to remind me. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm in the middle of putting these back. Um,
Did I tell you that if there's now 3 raccoons?
I love that so much for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
And
jealous.
Jerome Cornelius's eye seems to be healing up pretty well.
Oh, what was going on with his
So it's just
eye?
it was an injury. It looked like something
Oh,
got him in the face. But it's healed, but it's milky. So he only has one eye. So when he goes to sniff stuff,
oh, pops his nose
he's
right in
still
it.
learning how to use half of his face. But yeah, so he was there, and then there's this giant one and a third one that was whatever hanging out. So and then my neighbor posted a thing on our community Facebook group, and I told you guys about my neighbors how they just say the dumbest shit like we need to make the guard gate guy pay more attention because the coyotes are getting into the park. And I'm like, it's not Looney Tunes. They're not sneaking in a trench coat. But So this guy sent me a message on our group chat and he said, "Hey, I saw a raccoon up on the perch outside your house last night around 9." And I'm like, "Oh, he was on the crow perch, probably finishing up their food." He's like, "So it got me to thinking that maybe the raccoon was the reason your pet pantry got dumped." And I'm like, "Sir, the pet pantry was like a giant bin which was picked up and thrown in the trash can. So if the raccoon did that, I have a list of
More power
chores
to
for
him.
the raccoon." Right.
Right?
Like he's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that part." I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
Fucking
So
dick.
yeah, I have
Okay.
3 raccoons and very exciting. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm super excited. All right. So I did three spirit animal cards because you guys might like to do two or three of these. First one out, sign of your sign, new beginnings, Scorpion. You're invited to instigate change, but you are also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving based on the principle destroy before rebuilding. You are promised a beneficial rebirth. So, death card, right?
Right.
Burn it all to the ground so you can build it up bigger and better. Then, dragonfly, adaptability. The dragonfly is a symbol of light and change. So, are we noticing a fucking pattern here? It's reminding you to bring a bit more lightness and joy into your life in order to bring about the changes needed to reach your full potential. Approach things lightly. And then last one is cardinal, which is adventure. You need to live up to your fullest potential. So stop hiding behind your fucking polite humbleness. Explore new directions, take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. All of that to say,
Um,
get your fucking shit together.
get your shit together.
Stop being scared of yourself, right? Leo is power. Leo is
Sure.
strength. So fucking embrace it. Embrace who you are, embrace your power, your authenticity, embrace who the fuck you want to be and move towards it.
Sorry.
Okay. Odo, what's going on over there?
Tried to plug in my computer. It said battery low because
Mm.
apparently I plugged it into the
Apparently I
wall,
talk too much.
but did not plug it into the computer. So it was just sitting there on the table. It's good. We're good now. We're charging. Good job. Good job,
Hooray!
us.
All right. Can I conjuring?
Okay.
Do this.
We're gonna do an enchanted name jar, which will also alchemize. And I know that we did an affirmation that you should say at the end of the day, like a few episodes ago, that was like, if someone says my name out loud, that's going to alchemize into like abundance for me. um and we also did a honey jar, which was for yourself. So this is kind of the same, very similar. So you basically have, oh, also, it's that time of year now, so if you can find these at the dollar store, if we're thinking that we don't want to spend a lot of money on stuff. You don't have to use cute little bullshits. You can use whatever jar you have. You can recycle a sauce jar if you want to. I actually happen to have these because I'm purging all of my beads and such, and now I have all these empty little jars, which is super fun. So you're going to take a jar. We're going to go with this guy just because he's a little smaller. Go with him. All right. We're going to cleanse our jar. We're going to remember to cleanse it this time. Cleanse your jar. I'm going to smoke cleanse it a little bit. And then we're going
Go
to
burn that somewhere responsibly.
that's somewhere safe. Okay.
Responsibly.
Yes. And then we're going to write a petition, and you're going to put your name and your birthday. And then on the flip side, you're going to put what you want. Um, Super basic. Make it, so you can fit it on your little tiny. If you want to write a lot of words, use a bigger jar. Um, money money comes to me easily. Um, I am abundant in love and money. I am receiving whatever it is you want, like your own petition for the thing that you want. This is your own abundance jar to enchant your name. So it's on your name, if that makes sense. And then on another piece of paper, you're going to write, whenever my name is spoken out loud, I will receive abundance. And then you're going to fold them up and you're going to put them in the jar in there. I didn't write anything, so we'll just pretend that I did. You're going to write it, and you're going to put it in here. Zoop, like that.
Oh my God, stop.
Yep. And then you're going to add a little bit of rice. And the rice attracts, it's for abundance, prosperity, and such. Oh, look at all the smoke still coming out of the jar. Some rice in there. We're going to put in some honey. Don't laugh, you guys. I still haven't bought more honey. It's still this tiny little jar that we've been working with for the past 9 episodes. So a little bit of honey. There's still some in here. You can see I don't use honey very often. Okay. A little bit. We're going to put some honey in the jar. There we go. We're going to like cover up our petition with the honey.
You see, you
We're
don't
going
need
to
a
use,
lot.
you don't need a lot. We're going to use ground cinnamon for this only because I'm using a smaller jar. If you're using a bigger jar, you can use a cinnamon stick. You can break off part of the cinnamon stick. Whatever you got going on, do that. This is just this bowl. This is just easiest. So put some cinnamon in there. Zoop. Okay. I have dried marigolds. I'm putting these in there. You don't have to. Marigolds or sunflowers are good to work with during the Lionsgate portal because they're like summer flowers and sunshine and whatever. So if you would like to do that, you can, again, you can order these on the interwebs. You can pick them from your garden because at this point, I feel like everybody's had marigolds grow and then wrinkle up, dry up. It's almost sunflower
Perimenopause.
season. You can use the little petals from the sunflowers, stuff like that. Put that little guy in there like that. We're going to put the top on it. And then we're going to seal with a red candle. I was candle shopping, found these. Again, dollar store. Look at all these birthday candles. Look at that. It's red and white. You can use these. These are fabulous if you're sealing up your...
They're also fabulous on the ground.
These are great if you're sealing to seal up spell jars because it's tiny little bit and it's literally half a candle is just enough to seal the top of a tiny jar. It's fabulous. And then you're not pouring. It's not very messy. It's not getting everywhere. So you can use these guys. So we're going to seal that. And then basically you're just going to kind of say your own little thing over it. And I'm not going to be like, oh, you need to say these words, right? You're going to say whatever kind of is comes to you. You know, you're just like, you know, in this, may whoever, you know, says my name, either, you know, in hate or love, may I receive abundance. This jar enchants my name and will only bring me abundance. You can repeat the thing that you wrote and you put in there, whatever it is. You're going to seal it up with some of your red wax and you're going to put it on your altar, or you're going to put it next to your bed, or you're going to put it someplace where you can see it every day. And you can kind of, you know, you kind of move that around in there every once in a while, kind of reactivate it. So that's our little cabinet conjuring. Very simple. We're going to keep them kind of, yeah. And then we are, again, we talked about this last week. Lionsgate portal, get rid of all your broken shit. Still got that toaster?
No, I threw it out.
Right. I tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the purge day because it's trash day. And after they come, the dumpsters are empty. So I already have boxes in my driveway of stuff that I'm just like, get it out of here. Old clothes that don't suit you anymore, that don't fit with your vibe, or the, you know, the jeans that are like, maybe one day I'll fit into these pants again, or, you know, the sweater that's missing a button that you don't wear because it's missing the button. Sew the button on or get rid of the sweater. There's no more in between. Like, just handle it. Like, empty all that shit out of your closet. Say thank you to your clothes and send them on the way. Sell them on an online platform. Donate them to someplace. Get them out of your house. put them in the trunk of your car, drive them around the city for a couple of weeks before you remember to drop them off. Whatever you need to do, get them out of your house. Anything broken that you're gonna fix it, either fix it or get rid of it.
Yeah.
All of that stuff, like fix it or let it go. Just let it go. Purge, purge, purge. Get everything out. The more stuff you're getting rid of, the more room you're making for other stuff to come in. And I don't mean like, oh yay, I got rid of all this shit. Now I can go buy more things. Not like that, but you're creating space for good stuff to come in for you. And write that shit on a leaf. I know that like we jokingly say this all the time, but now's a really good time to sit down and you can do your manifestations, and you can sit outside with a fire or sit on your porch with like a fire safe bowl, or you don't have to burn it over a candle, and you can put the ashes in an ashtray, whatever you're going to do. You don't have to burn your bay leaves. You can like put them on your altar, or you can put them someplace special until they kind of crumble and go away. That's okay too. I like burning them. They burn up really fast, and
She's a pyromaniac.
I love burning the leaf. But you want to write down an equal amount. So it's like if you have 8 things that you're getting rid of, you want to write down 8 things that you're bringing, that you would like to bring in.
Yes.
And you want your wording to be in the present tense, not I want to have. You want to write it as if you already have it. I am grateful for the thing that you would
It's an
like.
incredible new job that I just accepted.
Yes. So
And why
we're
is
going to do that.
that? Why do we write in present tense?
Because you don't want to come, because if you write from a place of I want, you're writing from a place of lack. And the universe will be like, oh, well, you don't have it. So here you go. You can have more of it. Not you can not have more of it.
Psych.
I'm gonna put my words in order. Yeah. So yeah. So there we go.
It's been a while. I think
Yeah, are we good? Where are we on time? Do we
I
want to do a
think,
letter? Do we want to talk about why everything is the same all year? I mean, honestly, you guys, it's going to be a lot of the same theme, but with different deviations from when it's the same. It's a lot of the same, but we're going to tell you why that is, and keep reminding you to get your shit together and be better
Mhm.
with love. With love.
With love. We
With
are at
love.
about an hour and a half, I think, if I'm not
Oh
mistaken.
shit! All
So
right. Well, if you're listening to us on your way to work, we're sorry. You're also going to have to listen to us on the way home.
where
We
can they
ran
find
long.
you?
Oh, I am 125curiosity.com. I'm also the same across all platforms. You can find me on all the socials. And I'm on Whatnot on Wednesday nights and Saturday mornings selling band t-shirts if you want to come by and see me live in action, hawking my wares. Where can they find you?
Yay. Well, here on the podcast, right? So socials, we have TikTok, my cards told me to, Instagram, my cards told me to. I am part of a collective. I'm a co-founder of a collective called Nickel City Moss and Moon. So you can book with me there for a virtual one-on-one reading like this, where we can record it. I send it to you. It's a really jolly good time. Wednesday, so 2 days from now, because today is the 3rd, Wednesday the 5th starts our virtual 6-week Zoom beginner tarot. I know it sounds a little weird. You're like, can that work? Yeah, we have the best freaking time and it's amazing. And it's actually quite comfy because you can be in your comfies. You can hang in the comfort of your own home, which is pretty rad. Last time we had people from all over the world. Well, one person that was international. That wasn't I don't consider Canada because we live so close to it international for some reason.
Oh,
But
they
yeah,
do.
I know. But um yeah, it's super fun. We have a good time. But yeah, so if you're learning or if you're wanting to
Yeah,
learn how
you
to read
guys get in
tarot,
there. Sign up for her class. She's
yeah, we've got a
a good
we've got a
teacher.
handful of we've got a handful of really rad people who signed up already. But yeah, so anyway, that's where nickelcitymossandmoon.com. You can register for the class or just book a reading.
Love that. Also, you guys, if you don't mind, give us a 5-star review. Write some words, reviews with words, bump the algorithm. And what I say last week, I said the algorithm is stronger than the universe, so we need all the help we can get. If you like us on Spotify and you have a couple of seconds, go over to YouTube, like us over there, and then go over to Apple and like us over there as well. It's free if you're on all those platforms. It's just your time, and if you could, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, also free. Um, just across the board, whatever, help us scratch and claw our way to the top of this algorithm list, which keeps changing all the time, and
Yeah.
I don't understand how it works.
And also
So
let us know if there's stuff that you want us to talk about,
yeah,
even
yeah,
if
yeah,
we're not
yeah.
experts or not experts in anything, let's be honest. But and if there's anything that you want us to bring up, if there's anything you're like, oh, I'm really curious about this thing, we love to do some research. We love to dive into things and talk to other
Yeah.
people. So,
Yeah, so if you guys have ideas and you want to hear, we're happy to like bump some of ours and work on yours. I know that we're talking
mhm.
about doing a conspiracy theory for next week. We don't know which conspiracy theory, but a conspiracy theory. Um,
Very excited because I'm a conspiracy theory nut.
right. Most likely not political. There's enough of that shit.
Yeah.
Something cryptid based or something. But you love that too. And aliens. She loves a good alien story.
Oh, I love a good alien.
Yeah. So we're gonna probably do a conspiracy theory next week. We don't know which one yet, and then we're gonna uh figure out a way to tie a card reading into that.
Oh, we will. Don't worry. Don't you
Okay, good.
worry.
All right.
All
I love it.
right.
All right. Well, thanks for
Well,
hanging out, you guys, and we'll
yeah,
see you next
thanks.
week.
Okay,
Okay, bye.
bye.